In the work that our team at Tomorrow Today Global is doing with clients all around the world, we've seen 4 key issues that just keep emerging. And we think we've got a solution for each of them. The first is that many of our clients were already broken before COVID hit them. What we mean by that is that they were stuck in outdated ways of thinking, their team dynamics were toxic, their approach wasn't future fit. And what has happened, obviously, is that when COVID hit and lockdown hit and chaos erupted all around them, it's really messed with them. And a lot of those clients kind of realize that they were broken already, and now this massive COVID spotlight is on them, and they don't really know how to fix things, and they're desperately hoping that if they can just get back to the office, get back to normal, then they can kind of deal with the issues that are there. Of course, we're never going back to normal, and that's a bit of a false hope. I'll come back to a solution in a second. The second category of problems that we are seeing is many of our clients were doing quite well before lockdown. They had good cultures, good systems, processes, ways of doing things. But this virtual, remote, hybrid world is just not working for them. Their cultures are feeling stressed, their teams are feeling under pressure, managers are not quite sure what to do next, how to engage. And again, they're probably desperately wishing that they could get back to the office, back to normal, so that they can get back to the way that things were. But I think a lot of them are realizing that they're not going to get back to the office. So same problem as the first group, but a very different solution is necessary, because it's not about getting back to the way things were. What it is about recognizing that we're in a new space, and that you can take some of the things that were good about your culture before we were hit with this current chaos, and you're able to take those out of the physical world and put them into a digital hybrid space. Again, come back to some solutions in a second. The third issue may only just be dawning on some of our clients, but we think it's going to affect almost everybody. And the third issue is you might be realizing you're not going to be able to keep up with change. During lockdown, during COVID crisis, things were changing so quickly. You were hoping that you were emerging out of lockdown, then another wave of COVID came and lockdown restrictions were changed in your country. Then you opened up, then you closed down again, then one of your suppliers couldn't supply you, then they could supply you, then your customers were demanding things, then they weren't demanding things. And kind of the rhythm that we had before of an annual or a seasonal cycle of strategy development, budget setting, strategic decision making, you realize that that rhythm has been blown up. Again, maybe you hope that things will go back to normal soon and we can get back to the old cycle that we were in. But I'm pretty sure again, and maybe not just the back of your mind, but maybe it's becoming more of a reality to you, is you realize you're not going to be able to get back to that rhythm. We need to learn to be a lot more adaptable, a lot more responsive to change. And that's not simply about doing more planning and doing more change management. It's actually going to require a change in mindset around what planning and change actually looks like, and how you are going to need to become more adaptable, more flexible, more responsive to change, and all of what that means. And then the fourth problem that we see, and again, a lot of our clients have not really seen this yet, but we see it as we look in, is that your leaders and managers haven't caught up with all of this yet. They're still leading, they're still managing in old ways. And by leadership and management, I mean processes for measuring people's activity and contribution, processes for rewarding that contribution and that activity, engagement, the way that people connect, communicate with their teams. So all of the things that leaders and team leaders and managers needed to do in order to make sure that everybody was doing the work that needed to be done, You can't just dump that into a digital world and expect it to work. And there's a skill set that a hybrid workplace really needs. And we need to help our leaders and managers upgrade. So those are 4 problems that we are seeing. And maybe they are problems that companies and organizations have not yet fully identified themselves. Maybe you're still in a little bit of crisis response mode. Maybe you're still in a little bit of holding pattern mode, hoping you can get back to the way things were. But as you begin to realize that this moment that we've been in, this chaos that we've been through, is the shift moment, well then maybe one of those 4 areas resonates with you. Maybe more than one of those 4 areas just puts a finger on something that's going on in your team right now. Well, our team at Tomorrow Today Global has been working hard on coming up with solutions and finding resources that will help people just like you. So if we can help you to do that, we'd love to. We've got a whole lot of resources that we'd found, and we'd be happy to share our reading list with you. It's not a mountain full of encyclopedias and academic philosophy textbooks. These are articles, documents. Some of them we've written ourselves. Some of them are summaries of other things we've done. Some of them are books because we've read some really good books in the last year or so. We're happy to just share that list with you. No cost, free of charge, just to help you get your head around where you are. Because if your team was already broken, you've got to be engaging with deep cultural conversations with your team to sort out the mess. You can't wait until you're back in the office to fix things. You might never get back to the office, because if you're broken in the midst of chaos, you need immediate help. If you're just in that second space where maybe things are tough now and you need to learn how to build a healthy hybrid team, we can help you with that as well. If you need to learn how to be more adaptive, we've been working with the concept of adaptive leadership and adaptability for more than a decade now. And we've got a lot of resources that we can share with you, because that's the response, to build adaptability into your DNA. There's lots of things that means, from distributed decision making to building a culture of experimentation to removing red tape. There's all sorts of things you can do. We'd be happy to share those with you. And then finally, if you need leadership development and you need your leaders and your managers to upgrade their skills to be more effective in a hybrid world, well, we've got a whole group of our team at Tomorrow Today Global that focuses on leadership development. And we'd be happy to share some resources that will help you. We also have some online courses. Now, these you'd have to pay for, but we've tried to package them in a way that makes it accessible even to individuals. A few dollars that you can just tap into our courses. They're a few hours long each, videos with some materials that help you reflect and some practical outcomes. And we've got a whole list of courses, and we'd be happy to tell you what we've got, and if there's anything that you need, we can develop it for you. And then, of course, we also do work as strategic consultants, anything from sort of getting you thinking differently as we come in as a keynote presenter, to leadership development programs, often in conjunction with some of the world's leading business schools, and then long-term consulting as we help your business to walk a journey towards the future. So yes, there is some stuff that we can sell you, but there's also some stuff that we can give away for free. We just want to help you to deal with the future, prepare yourself for what's coming, and do what you can now to not just wait desperately until the crisis is over and then see what happens, but to use this time of crisis as wisely as possible. To build and reimagine what your future might be. So if you're watching this video, you might want to just connect with me, drop me an email, graham@tomorrowtodayglobal.com. That's GRAEME @tomorrowtodayglobal.com. just let me know how I can help you, or connect with our team via our website, tomorrowtodayglobal.com. All the details should be in the notes associated with this video. If you got an email from us, if you're on our database for the Tuesday tips, then just reply to the email and let us know how we can help you. Even if you're not entirely sure how we can help you and you just want to have a conversation about some of the resources that we've got, some of the ways that we see the world, to just help you get your head straight, we'd be happy to set up a chat, a virtual coffee chat with you, just help you. We know that this is a tough time, and we think that we've got some solutions, at least solutions to those 4 big problems I've outlined. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to help you too. Be in touch.